Hi everyone, welcome to the introduction session of CL2 Financial Reporting and Governance. I'm your lecturer Dasun Mendis. I have been teaching financial reporting over 14 years in number of professional qualifications including chartered accountancy. Right? During this 5 months time, I will guide you and help you to get through the examination successfully. Right? Okay. So what are we going to look at? The content of the presentation. So I'm going to look at actually 4 main areas. First thing is about the examination, get to know your examination. What are the main topics in your syllabus, syllabus weightage, and thereafter how the paper structure would be, right? Thereafter we'll look at the course content. So there are actually 2 modules in terms of the course CL2. First one is essential theory module in your language theory course, and the other one is exam preparation module, that is the revision part. So we'll look at in detail so how the theory module is structured and how the revision module is structured once we go through the presentation. Thereafter, we look at the study plan, right? So what is the schedule of uploading the videos? So this is where you need to maintain your discipline of watching the videos on weekly basis. So we'll go through in each week what are the videos to be uploaded into the LMS later on. Finally, prerequisite for the examination success. From your end, to get through the examination successfully, what you need to do, what are the good activities or good behaviors that you need to demonstrate to get through the course, get through this particular subject in the first attempt. First of all, let's look at the syllabus weightage. 10% of the syllabus is from the regulatory framework. What are the applicable regulatory aspects when preparing the financial statements? What are the Companies Act requirements relevant for the financial statement preparation? Then if you are a listed company, listing rules of the Colombo Stock Exchange is applicable. Then Securities and Exchange Commission regulations are applicable. Then there are certain industry specific regulations, like if you are a bank, Banking Act is applicable. Right? We need to learn about those aspects. Then most significant area of the syllabus is actually the accounting standards. You have about 25 to 30 accounting standards to be learned. We look at what are the accounting standards, right? What is there in the CL2 syllabus in a little while. So 50%. So actually I have started uploading the video lectures with regard to the accounting standards. First of all, asset related accounting standards like property, plant and equipment, intangible assets, investment properties, borrowing cost. So those are now already uploaded into the LMS where you can watch the videos, right? So 50% of the syllabus. Then 20% is from the financial statements. Here you have already learned how to prepare the financial statements for a single entity in the previous stages. Now here at this level, what is important is to prepare the consolidated financial statements or else group financial statements. We know there are a lot of conglomerates in our country. John Keells, Haley's, Aitken Spence, right? They have multiple companies in different sectors, right? There's a parent company and there are a lot of subsidiaries. How to prepare the group financial statements, including the financial performance and position of all these companies in the group. So that is about the what? Preparation of group or the consolidated financial statements, which consist of 20% of the syllabus. Then 10% is from the financial statements analysis. Here what we are discussing is calculation and interpretation of ratios. Different ratios like profitability ratios, liquidity ratios, gearing ratios, how to calculate and how to interpret, which consists of 10% of the syllabus. Then remaining 10% is from the ethics and governance. Chartered accountancy is a profession. Once you qualify, you would become a member and you would become a professional. So in any profession, you have certain ethics that you need to adhere, right? So those are professional ethics. Then governance aspect, okay? Code of best practice for the corporate governance. There are certain corporate governance aspects which are applicable for companies, right? Like how would be the board composition, what are the subcommittees like audit committee, related party transaction review committee. So those things are covered under the governance. So the ethics and governance consist of 10% of the syllabus, right? Okay, so this is how your syllabus weightages are. Next, we'll look at the exam format, how your exam paper structure is. So exam is for 3 hours. In addition to that, you are given 15 minutes reading time. Pass mark is 50%, but don't target for 50, target at least 90 plus, then you will end up with at least by getting 50%. Okay, right. So there are 3 sections, section 1, section 2 and section 3 in the exam paper. So section 1, 20 marks, 10 questions, 2 marks each. 10 into 2, 20 marks. So these questions are actually objective test questions, mainly multiple choices. You are given 4 answers. Out of that, you need to select the correct answer. Okay, so 20 marks. It can be from any area of the syllabus, right? So the section 1 questions can be from any area of the syllabus. Then section 2, 40 marks. So how these 40 marks are given is, you have 4 questions, 10 marks each. 4 into 10, 40 marks. These are actually mini scenarios, right, leading to non-complex applications and analysis. So written questions, but mini scenarios. Okay, so you have 4 questions, each question carries 10 marks. Then section 3, yet again 40 marks. Here you have 2 questions, each question carries 20 marks. So these are actually complex scenario-based analysis and applications, right? So which means these are long questions. Actually, out of these 2 questions, if you look at the past pattern, 1 question is from consolidated financial statements. You are requested to prepare the consolidated financial statement. It can be the consolidated statement of financial position, or consolidated statement of profit and loss and the other comprehensive income, or it can be both of these 2 statements, right? 1 question is from consolidation and the other question is from the accounting standards. So 2 main areas of your syllabus. Okay, right. So 2 questions, 20 marks, complex scenarios. So altogether 40 marks. This is how 100 marks are broken into 3 sections when it comes to the exam paper, right? Okay, now let's move to the how the course structure is, right? How I would facilitate you to get through the exam successfully. Now, when it comes to course offered by Infinity with regard to the subject CL2, it has 2 modules, Essential Theory module and the Exam Preparation module. Essential Theory module includes all topics of the syllabus. We discussed about the syllabus weightage, where I have introduced what are the areas that are there in the syllabus. All these topics are covered through the recorded videos. These recorded videos are uploaded into the LMS on weekly basis. So your duty is to ensure that you watch the video within that particular week. Okay, so don't try to target the areas, right? You study, you start your studies now itself. Don't wait until the last moment, right? So I have the discipline to upload the videos on weekly basis. That means you need to have the discipline to watch these uploaded videos on weekly basis, right? All topics are covered in the way of recorded videos. Then when it comes to theory, sometimes you might think that, okay, this is only theory, no questions. No, basically questions are included to cover each learning outcome. Okay, within the theory module itself, past paper questions as well as model questions are discussed to cover each learning outcome to enable the student to understand how to apply the theory to the scenarios. Because I explained to you earlier, in the exam you have mini scenarios as well as complex scenarios. So we discuss questions, right, where the student can understand while teaching the relevant theory session how to apply the theory to answer to the complex or to the mini scenarios. Okay, right. So this is about the first module, essential theory module. Let's look at the study plan of the essential theory module. Here I'll be uploading the videos into the LMS on weekly basis, more specifically every Friday, which means you have to watch the videos during the weekends. It doesn't mean that you have to watch the videos only during the weekends. So you can watch the videos at any time from anywhere, any number of times, right? So because of that, take the advantage out of it. So the point what I wanted to mention is you need to maintain, or you need to ensure that you have to maintain the discipline of watching the video and complete the particular section during the relevant week itself, rather than waiting until last month to watch all the videos. Don't do that, right? Don't accumulate the work. So that's why I'm now presenting at the very beginning itself. This is a study plan that you need to follow during the course, right? Now, first of all, I'll be starting with accounting standards, which consists 50% of your syllabus, main area of the syllabus. So the particular videos I have divided into relevant section, and thereafter more specifically what is the name of the accounting standard or the particular topic, and the date on which I'll be uploading the videos into the LMS is mentioned in this table. So first of all, I'll be starting with asset related standards. There are 9 asset related standards, starting from property, plant and equipment, then investment properties, borrowing cost, intangible assets, impairment of assets, accounting for government grants and disclosure of government assistance, non-current asset held for sale and discontinued operation, inventory, agriculture. Likewise, there are 9 asset related standards. All these asset related standards, videos of all these asset related standards would be uploaded into the LMS on 28th of June. And thereafter, moving to the conceptual framework. After that, presentation of financial statements, where you have 5 accounting standards covering that area. After that, provisions, contingent liabilities and contingent assets, revenue from contracts with customers, one of the important standards when it comes to syllabus, SLFRS 15. Right, so I have mentioned the date on which each video is getting uploaded into the LMS. Then moving on, disclosure related standards. There are a couple of standards there, SLFRS 8 and LKAS 24. Then employee benefits, financial instrument, another important area of the syllabus. There are 3 standards relevant to the financial instruments, LKAS 32, SLFRS 7 and SLFRS 9. So thereafter, share based payments, income taxes, leases. There are other standards. There are 3 standards there. And finally, earning per share. So by 20th of September, all videos relating to the accounting standards are completed. That means 50% of your syllabus is completed by 20th of September. Thereafter, I am moving to the next important area of the syllabus, that is consolidated financial statements, which carries actually 20% of weightage of your syllabus, and there are few videos relevant to the consolidation. So I'll be uploading those videos starting from 27th September onwards. So principles of consolidation, basics of consolidation, then the consolidation techniques, associates, disposal of subsidiaries, joint arrangements, right? So this has to be joint arrangements, and thereafter, so by 11th of October, we are done with all the consolidation related areas as well. That means consolidation represents 20%, accounting standards represents 50%. So by 11th October, 70% of your syllabus is done, right? 2 main area of the syllabus. Then moving to the other topics. So thereafter, I'll be uploading the video relevant with the financial statement analysis, which actually carries 10% of your syllabus weightage. Then regulatory framework, again another 10% of the syllabus. And there's a specific standard called SLFRS for SME. This is actually accounting standard relevant for the small and medium entities. Why I upload this little late comparing with the other accounting standards? Because to understand this particular standard, you need to have the knowledge about the other areas of the syllabus like consolidation, right? So that's why I upload this particular video at a later point of time after doing the topics like consolidation, right? So that is SLFRS for SMEs. And finally, non-financial reporting and professional ethics. Yet again, it consists of 10% of your syllabus. So that means when it comes to 15th of November, all videos relevant for your syllabus is uploaded and completed. So that means you have enough time to get ready for the examination. We can focus on the exam preparation module after 15th of November. I will be discussing few questions during the theory sessions as well, as I mentioned earlier. To cover each learning outcome, there will be a question, but what I am telling is after 15th of November, we are done with everything. We can focus 100% on the revision. So again, I am highlighting that please ensure to maintain the discipline of watching the video and complete your work during the particular week itself. So if you are a full-time student, you have enough time to watch the videos, enough time to allocate for the studies, because being a full-time student, you fail the exam means it's a crime. You waste 6 months of your life. Don't do that. Even if you are a working student, so you are a professional student now, not like person who is doing O-levels or A-levels. So the professional students should be able to manage work and the studies. At least 2 hours for each day you need to allocate for studies, right? That's a must. Okay, so if you do it, you can definitely get through the examination. So finally, ensure to watch and complete the videos, and don't wait until the last moment to watch all the videos, which you can't do, right? So that is actually the study plan of the essential theory module. Next module is exam preparation module, right? So in the exam preparation module, I'll be teaching you all how to apply the theory to craft an answer. So two of the common mistakes that the students are having is, one is they have the knowledge but don't know how to compile an answer by looking at the action verbs. That skill needs to be developed. Number two, you don't know how to compile the answer within the time period available, because in the exam you just have only 3 hours, 180 minutes, 1.8 minutes per mark, right? So in the exam preparation module, so the main focus is given on these two areas: how to compile an answer and how to compile an answer within the time period available, time management skills, right? For that, what I do is I follow a blended approach, which means there are certain videos which are recorded, pre-recorded videos, like the essential theory module. You have certain past paper questions, model paper questions in the pre-recorded video form. Plus, in addition to that, I'll be conducting online live lectures. 20 hours I'm spending with you, right? And discussing questions, yet again the past papers as well as the model questions in the live sessions, where during these live sessions I'll be explaining you how to compile an answer as well as how to manage the time effectively. Okay, in a normal revision you just have only 15 hours to 20 hours, but here you have 70 hours, 50 hours in recorded video format discussing the past paper questions and the model questions, and 20 hours of live revision, right? This live revision is specifically focusing on to teach you how to compile an answer within the time frame available, right? Finally, so the last part of the presentation, prerequisite for the examination success. So from your end, what you need to do to ensure that you successfully complete the examination, right? Number one, learning with discipline. I told you I am uploading the videos on weekly basis. So I'll maintain my discipline of uploading the videos on the particular date what is mentioned in the study plan. So you need to ensure that you maintain the discipline of watching these videos on weekly basis and not lagging behind, right? And also, this is an open book examination. You need to collect whatever the open book materials, like standard book, accounting standards book, then code of best practice of the corporate governance, Sri Lanka accounting standards for the small and medium entities. So relevant materials you need to collect now itself and ensure that, right, you are ready with the resources to complete the examination successfully. So these study material or the open book material publications of CS Sri Lanka will be discussing in our theory module. There you will be getting the full understanding about that. Passion and living in the subject. So this is not a exam where you can get through by studying at the last moment. So this is a professional exam. So next 5 to 6 months you have to live within the subject. Whenever you have a free time, allocate that time for the studies. Example, let's say if you are a working person, you are going for an outstation audit, what you can do is bring your notes. Obviously you have a laptop or a smartphone with you, you can watch the videos as well as you can read the particular tutorial, okay, relevant tutorial whenever there's a time. So ensure that you live within the subject up until the examination time. That is the second thing that you need to do to successfully complete the examination. Third point is self-power play for reflection. That means mind mapping and scanning. Right? This is very important concept. That is the content you put into a diagram, which you can easily remember. So in each and every video, what I do is, so after discussing the content, I put into a diagram which is important for you to remember when it comes to the examination. Rather than reading thousands of words, if everything is in a simple diagram, you can normally remember that, right? So if you have watched the assay-related videos, which is already there in the LMS, you would understand this, right? So each and every video, I put the things into a diagram that is easy for you to remember when answering the exam questions, right? Then the fourth one is master the art of writing. I told you, so a lot of people are having the knowledge but struggling to write a correct answer, compile an answer in the examination within the time frame available. So for that, what you do is, as I mentioned, I'm discussing questions in the essential theory module. So the same question, after watching the video, you can answer by yourself, right? So write the answer for the same question what I have discussed by yourself. That would ensure that you master the art of writing. So at least one question every week you need to answer by yourself. In addition to watching the videos, at least one question per week you must need to do by yourself. Anyway, in the exam preparation module, what we are doing is, within the live sessions, I'll explain you in detail how to compile the answers effectively when it comes to the examination. So these are the 4 things that you need to do by yourself to successfully complete the examination. Then let me ask a question from you. What is the investment which gives you the highest return at the moment? Or what is the investment which gives you the highest interest at the moment? So famous American writer and the scientist Benjamin Franklin, what is it? Investment in knowledge pays the best interest. You need to understand this, right? At the moment, you are following the chartered accountancy qualification with the intention of becoming a chartered accountant on a future date. Why do you do that? Maybe you would say that, okay, to get a good income, right? And to have a higher salary. So earning first 100,000 is the most difficulty. Thereafter, it would become 200,000, 500,000, 1 million. But money is not everything, right? You will realize after some time, okay, there are limited things which you can do by using money. But at the moment, you have an aim, okay? You need to have a good income. So for that, at the moment, what you do is you have to invest in the knowledge. So complete your exams as soon as possible without delaying, without procrastinating, right? In addition to that, you want to get the social status. That is, once you become a chartered accountant, people recognize you. People accept you, right? In your passport, you can proudly say that you are a chartered accountant, then you are a globally accepted asset. So because of that, ensure that the most critical, crucial time in your life, you invest in knowledge which would pay you the best interest, right? Then one more thing. Robert Collier, another American writer, said that success is sum of small efforts repeated, right? So to be successful, you have to take one step at a time, right? So once you take these steps collectively, what will happen is you will be successful. Now, for an example, let's say while you are traveling, you are working and you need to travel from your place where you are in to the office. It takes 45 minutes. What you can do? If you are comfortable, if you have a headset, what you can do is you can watch one video, right? So when you go somewhere, bring your notes and spend 15 minutes to read that. Every day you spend 2 hours for the studies. So these small steps, if you repeatedly do, you will be a successful person, right? You can become a chartered accountant within the next 1 to 2 years time. And at the moment you have enough opportunities, right? Because a lot of people are migrating. If you want to migrate, having the qualification is definitely an added advantage. Even if you want to stay here, right? Because a lot of people are migrating, a lot of opportunities are there in the local market. Okay, so for that, work hard and ensure that you get the qualification as soon as possible. Then, if you have any questions with regard to this session, what you can do is you can contact me, or else you can contact Infinity team and they will direct the questions to me. In addition to that, throughout the session, we have a Telegram group. So after watching the videos, if you have any doubts which you need to clarify, you can put that in the Telegram group. So the Infinity team will direct me these questions. Based on the matter, I will reply you through a text message, or else I'll give you a time to contact me to clarify the doubts what you would have after watching the videos, right? So because of that, ensure that not to keep the questions in your mind, clarify then and there, and ensure that you are super ready by the examination time to face the examination successfully, right? So with that note, we are done with this session, introductory session. So I wish you all the best to complete CL2 examination